What is going on, guys? Carter here with Edge Mindset. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me today. Really appreciate it. We're taking a look at this right here. I don't know what to make of this. I just got this dropped off in the mail. Kind of took me by surprise because it was delivered by an Amazon driver. And you may be thinking, wait a minute, when you order something on Amazon, wouldn't you expect it to be delivered by an Amazon driver? And what I would say is I didn't order it off Amazon. I ordered it off of the Ferra Monster website, but it came through Amazon. We'll see. We'll see what we're thinking of this. Here we go. Some information, obviously made in China. Pretty cool packaging, though. You've got this gorilla head right here, Ferra Monster. Really nice labeling. This is the Aurora Rays. Now, I had no idea this thing existed. Somebody posted one of these up for sale in a forum. I liked it. I thought it looked really cool. I had never heard of it before. So I found the website and went to go buy one. And I didn't buy his because, like, you know, his price was only like $25 less than new. And I wanted a different color. So if you're watching this, bro, sorry, I didn't buy your used knife. I went and bought a new one. But anyways, here's the information there. We've got, ooh, cool patch. That is a cool patch. I know nothing about this company. I don't know if this is like a U.S. designer type thing. We do have a lot of English literature, though, which is unusual for like full-on China produced, China made. So maybe this is from somebody here in the States. Zipper pouch. Ferra Monster, here we go. Here is the knife. This is not a knife I would typically get. I don't usually buy like straight flippers, you know, Shirogorov style is what I'm calling this. You're going to say that's blasphemous, and you're going to say this is nothing like Shirogorov, but that's just how I lump. Ooh, that's nice. That's how I lump all these kind of knives together, like kind of the flipper, sleek, futuristic thing. What was the steel on this again? N390, standard, titanium. Cool. I also really like this hand satin finish. That's kind of what clenched it for me. Well, I'll tell you what did it. The price, this was like $250 on their website, and then I used a code. What code did I use? I don't know. I found a code. Somebody had a code for like 10% off or something. That brought it down to like $225 shipped, which isn't too bad. But I really like how deep this milling pattern was, this starburst pattern on the scales here. I liked the hand rubbed satin finish that you're seeing here. Looks very, very good. I like the little poon, and I like the lack of branding. I love the lack of branding. It looks like it just says M390 on the blade there. Very typical of like Chinese produced knives. Let's take a look at what we have here. Really nice milled titanium pocket clip. You can see it's nice and pocketed in there. We've got a geared, half geared backspacer here, lanyard loop. Nothing too crazy. Nice blue anodization. Doesn't seem to be de-anodizing with my fingers. So it must be a high amperage or voltage or whatever it is that gets you that kind of deeper kind of look on the anodization. Pretty decent action. I mean, it's not like, you know, it may break in a little bit. It's not crazy. It's not crazy like right home to mama type action. But for $200, little over $200, pretty dang good. Lock bar insert, normal stuff. You know, some of the machining is a little rough inside here. That's pretty indicative of this price point, right? They're not cleaning all of that up. Satin hardware, which is fine, but it's, once again, indicative of this price point. That's kind of what you're typically going to get. There's a little tiny bit of lock stick, if that's something that bothers you. Not full-on stick, but like you feel it kind of grip a little bit. Let's check that lock up. Rock, freaking solid. Very comfortable in hand. Very nice. I would imagine you can get these on Amazon, and that's probably why they ship that way. They probably just use Amazon for distribution of this knife. You know, it is what it is, but it's very cool. This was a bit of an impulsive buy. I would be remiss. I don't know if that's the right word. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I kind of regret this one. Not because it's bad. It's just, it's not really my style. And that price point, you know, the $200 price point always gets me in trouble because like it lures me into thinking like, oh, that's not too much. You know, even if it's just kind of cool, that's pretty cool. But then I kind of like, you know, $200 is a good amount of money that I can put towards a knife that I know I'll like a little bit more. This is definitely going to be one of those knives that sits in my collection. I'll probably make a couple of videos for it and then put it up for sale. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself here. What do we got going on under this pocket clip? So it looks like, that's a nice touch. Looks like they've left a little flat spot under the pocket clip so you can get under there. Curious to see how well that works. Looks pretty good. Ledge looks a little small, but you know, sometimes that can be deceiving. We'll have to see. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. If you're looking for kind of a flipper, like a large flipper, you know, check them out. They've got a bunch of different models. Ferra Monster. Crazy, I haven't heard of them. They got a bunch of different models. Some are stronger than others. There was a couple that kind of caught my eye. I think this one's probably the best looking, or at least what I thought was the best looking. Hence why I bought it. Man, this thing fires hard. Do we got, oh, external stop pin right there. Shouldered. That's nice. Shouldered wrapping around that stop pin. Looks very clean. Let's do shaving sharp. Yes, sir. Holy crap. Yeah. This thing is sharp as balls, man. Sharp as balls. I bet it's going to smooth out even more. Flippers just aren't really my thing, right? I buy them sometimes, but it's not usually kind of my prime choice there. So comment down below, what do you think of the Ferra Monster Aurora Rays? I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it will grow on me. All right, guys. Talk to you later. I'm out.